Oh boy, the moment you've been waiting for is here. Finally, the legend is in our studio, and he was born Michael Elliot Kwabena Otridako sometime in the 70s. But you know him as Obrafour, the executioner, the rap software. You've been fascinated by his lyrical depth and the cleanness of his music, the rap, the hip life, the singing, and all there is to it. His brand, his music is 20 years and is here. Obrafour, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's everything going?
Well, by his grace, everything is fine.
20 years, if you cast your mind back, did you expect to rise to this level?
No.
Why not?
An emphatic no. Because in the first place, I never dreamt of becoming a musician.
Okay.
Never. And it came to me after a rebellious act, I would say. And this is how far God has gone.
You wanted to be a lawyer?
Yes.
When you were young?
Yes.
And
I wanted to take
what happened? What happened to it?
Well, an unfortunate situation happened. I lost my mom, who was my everything.
Right.
I think it's somewhere in 95 thereabout. I had to gain admission to St. Peter's Secondary School.
Right. Pescoba.
Yes. And, you know, that dream came crashing.
Wow.
Because she passed.
She passed. Wow. Must have been devastating for you.
Very. It had a huge impact. I even fell off my feet.
Wow.
So it tells you it was that huge. And I could not understand. I couldn't bring myself to understand why at that point. Because I thought by then I had been faithful to God.
Okay.
And so when my mom passed,
It hit you.
it hit me. And
So you're not getting to wear the lawyer's wig, but you're wearing your own dreadlocks.
Yes.
Is that your alternate to the lawyer's wig?
no, I mean, the dreads, as you see, I've said time and again that it doesn't have any religious influence.
Okay.
It's because I became a musician.
Okay.
So I wanted to be identified anywhere on the surface of this earth, and I wore this.
How long has it grown now?
Well, I've had this for about 20 years,
Okay.
same as my music career.
Right.
But I've been cutting them sometimes.
Sometimes. You started off with a quartet. You were singing in church with your
Yes,
mom.
yes.
You had a quartet like Alabaster Box, like the Shepherds. Do you still sing in church?
No.
Why not?
No, I don't. You know, back then, like I was telling you, yes, in school, I went to a Presbyterian school.
Okay.
And as an Adventist, I was able to win souls.
I see.
And it got to a point that the administrators even allowed us to worship. I formed the church at school.
Wow.
And so, yes, we were allowed to worship on every Sabbath, and that was it.
Are we to see your Obrafour on the pulpit one day?
Well, the goal of my church is to preach Christ.
Christ, right.
Not necessarily being a pastor preaching, but anytime God calls.
Are you in touch with your quartet, the members of your quartet? Do you sing with them?
No, it's been a
Do
long
they sing
time.
as well? Do they sing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I've not been following them.
I see. You redefined rap music after you were influenced by Reggie Rockstone.
Yes.
Then you came in with your own style. You were telling stories. Your depth was amazing, and the way you were able to string the words together. Did you have that from infancy, or you picked it up along the line?
I would say I brand this as an art of speech. It was taught during my infancy. My mom taught me how to talk.
Okay.
It would, as at that time, it would be difficult for me or any of my siblings to go out there and just talk anyhow or speak anything unfit. my mom will sit you down. I was lucky. I had a mom that would, at the end of the day, come sit with you and ask you what went on.
Okay.
During the day.
Okay. A debrief sort of.
Yes. So it was a ritual that she would do every day. What went on? Did you get into an argument? What did you say? And all that.
Did you lie to your mom?
She taught me to be honest, no matter what.
Did you lie to your mom?
I think sometimes, because I feared I would be caned.
Okay.
So yes, sometimes. But then I realized that the more I lied, the more I was beaten.
Auditions and performances. You had a lot of auditions to attend. Were you broken-hearted when you didn't get the nod at some of those auditions?
Well, for me, this is what happened. I don't remember me going for audition anywhere. But I remember when we formed IQE, we had a competition at Trade Fair where the masses thought we were the winners, but it wasn't given to us.
It wasn't given to
us. Yes, you know how it worked then.
Interesting.
Yes.
Let's cast our mind back to Sikap's Hotel
Yes.
and the BB Mensing connection.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, I had a friend in Taifa back then. The IQE group had collapsed. And there was this friend that I formed another group with called Sacred Clan. And I happened to one of the institutions were having their, I don't know if it was a whole week or something. So the lady invited me, and it was the first time I was even going in public to perform. And after my act, BB Smash TV came to cover it, and BB approached me and told me, "Yo, you are good. So take my number and call me." But that call didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You didn't make the call.
I made it several.
Okay. But there was no response from the other side.
That's what it is.
And then there was.
And you know, by then there was no mobile phones. But then I think Motorola.
Yeah, Motorola was there.
Yes.
Mobitel, the big one.
Was there,
Banshee.
yeah. But then, where were you going to get Mobitel yourself?
Okay.
So,
I see.
Yeah, I called a few times and didn't go through. But so I met Hannah, and the rest
is history. Okay, then you don't have an equal, I must say. Now you look at the people you have influenced. Sarkodie is big, Tiny, Kwakese, all the boys you influenced. How does that make you feel? Is that a legacy you wanted to leave?
Well, I've said that I want to be posterity to judge me as the most decent lyricist ever.
Right.
And we were brought here for a purpose. Sometimes God puts you in a position and not for your own good, but for the good of others. And the fact that we are here, when we tap into the purpose by which we are here, then it serves God right.
Interesting.
I know out of love God created all of us. Okay. And we are here for the purpose to serve. That's basically it. So when we understand that we are all in service to creation and to God Himself, it makes life
we will be fine.
easy.
And you know that tomorrow at 6 p.m. we're meeting at the Lord's Parliament Chapel for Onya Asida, okay? Onya FM 95.1, and SP Kofi Sapon and Empress Gift are already on the sidelines. They will join us here shortly. But right now we're hanging out with Ghana's finest rapper.
So what I'm saying is, I'm contributing my quota.
You are contributing your quota. How do you get the lyrics, the songs? Because there's none of your songs that can be taken and thrown away. From 1999 up until this time, you got every youngster singing the songs lyric by lyric, and their parents couldn't stop them. My dad bought me a cassette, actually.
Yeah.
How do you get the songs written?
Okay, sometimes I wonder how I come about.
Wow.
Yes, I come about it. Because It's a different ball game. Anytime I sit behind a piece of paper to write, it just flows.
Wow.
I think it's a gift. It's a gift, and I thank God for that. God has been good. Though, I've been conscious of myself, and I always think of what I'm putting out there, because as the Bible make it clear, every word, even word that comes out of your mouth, you'll be accounted for.
Right.
So that has been
the watchword. Okay.
Yes.
I see. Interesting. In 2003, Tofa.
Yeah.
It brought about your singing more evidently.
Yes.
Why did you jump into singing?
Well,
Because
that is
knew you for rap.
That is where I came from.
Okay.
But people knew me because of rap. But then once I had the two, I needed to balance it.
Okay. So that was it.
To let them know that yes, I'm not just a rapper, but I can sing as well. Though I don't have that silky voice.
Okay.
But I have that, it makes sense. Used to sing at church with mom.
Okay.
So,
Let's talk about beef. And before we do that, let's take a listen to Kasiebo with Guru, right? We'll situate the conversation properly, and we're hanging out with Obrafour while we get the song ready. Okay, yeah, I'm sure the song is ready.
La 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 la, miensa mienu bako freedom. La 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 la, so a piece of fake kawanu tum. Oh my this year, Michiamo. Execution FM no masuguso. No see a cassia bomb de bedamu so fugu ne de cassia boy bedamu. In some you doso, my bonnet tofa, the edu who are cutting the sooner midi betuja. Your surprise be away your telephone, latest track bona, midaya me ringtone. Ejame mua kwa baba ifidie so FME won't send be a pese yebisao. A young Crawford tafre bisa me say, maybe can sing Obrafour or Ghana ha. Ebi musi yete wonka ewa America campaign trail Uno Obama eyampa anything I'm a ball content the kwa chidi ya be the mindset trail for ebe pair war ejami bisa u co-sign with the gina so be it here be mami bo me bow tie. You've been away for too long. I'm on popo you be a chance to grow on. Enti da ben da koda na ube pie wa pa wa fufudo no da ben na woda na die meta wase weni radio beni hello hello with a kasa yeah mahuma kredini otemenka mitumi kasa sorry na mahuma ni kika you where the web sabi na me sempa eye no kweto do motemenka che because je mahuma to da na me de me ho ate na wose mini Obama na yetu osana wo hi o Ghana me podi me tie ya se me shekanta nkofo se menu mu se masa mintumi mpie da enso ye no kwe for propaganda nipa money for Taliban ne Al-Qaeda wo kanche nanti minti na wo chante ene munya daje na fe na mo behwe ase meti ase afe na me beye ne gidigidi dia jiji mu sidi mo mehwe be fili live on your TV Obrafour mate paka na me hwiri beye mu se sini okay bra panyi ni gina so ansa amanfo ye koje nkra toaba hey
Okay, welcome back. You haven't forgotten the lyrics, by the way. Beefs, are they good for the industry?
Well, you said industry. Okay.
Let's not get into the conversation whether we have an industry or not.
All right.
Let's talk about beefs.
Well, I've said time and again that whatever you call it, be it excessive competition or beef or whatever, it's part of the game.
Okay.
It is part of the game.
How much of it is okay?
Yes.
Because we've seen what Shatawale and Stoneboys has degenerated into.
That's what I'm saying. When it degenerates or it gets dirty, when people descend into the gutters and insult and abuse, attack personally, that is a no-no for me. That is a no-no. For me, my understanding to this, as people coming from this side of the world, is you see, when somebody should say something in his song and you don't agree, so you punch holes
in the song,
and then you state your claims.
Straight to the point, decently.
That is all, yeah.
So Medical and Strongman have been at each throat. What do you make of the ongoing
Well,
music
if
abroad?
the understanding is there, I have said that we should be very discreet with our utterances. So if we are discreet
Okay.
and the people that are listening have the understanding, it's better. The one who's uttering should be discreet,
Right.
and the one who's listening should have understanding.
Right.
So if you don't understand what I say, get to me and let me explain it to you. What they're doing, if they do understand themselves, and they have an open mind to it, and they bring that maturity to bear, there's no problem.
They are immature.
Well, I'm yet to listen to what is going on, but I've heard. I haven't listened to the songs, so I can't speak to that. Well, like I said, it's a part of the game.
Okay.
If you do it nicely and healthy, good.
Did you ever beef with someone?
Yes.
Who?
Lord Kenya.
Lord Kenya.
Yes.
But it didn't get dirty.
That is what it was, and I don't think you can compare what we did back then to what is happening now.
So they are missing something.
Yes, where people even involve people's parents in their beefs. I mean, they had nothing. Those outside the beef should stay outside. And if you're beefing,
Let's handle ourselves.
That's
I see.
it.
Obrafour at 20. I know there's a big concert coming up. Tell me about it quickly. Let's wrap up.
Right. The big concert is on the 9th of November.
Okay.
Yes, but before then, we launched my foundation, Obrafour Frontier, which seeks to advocate for rural education.
Right.
I think we have so many challenges. You can't compare the urban and the rural.
Right.
Yes, and that is what my foundation is working to.
You started the Hip Life Education Literacy Project.
Yes.
And then you started also another one, in Titiapa,
yes,
for example.
Titiapa, yes. That's what for the...
How different are those two from this one?
This is different because this is what I want to see live beyond me, my existence. And this foundation should go far and always seek to address some of the problems.
I see. So 19th November, we're getting ready for the showdown.
Definitely. There's a cipher coming. Yes, cipher between the
Stop teasing us.
old cats and the new cats. Yes.
Okay.
Merchandises are going on. We want to have a symposium to talk about hip life because up till today we don't have a definite definition for hip life. So me, myself, Reggie Roxon, Professor John Collins, Pochami Kwame, and the likes, we can all come together and
you put it together. Where can we get the merchandise quickly?
Well, it is now in order. People are ordering it, and soon
it will be out there.
It will be out.
I see. Obrafour, thank you very much. Have you gotten your biggest paycheck yet?
Yes.
Where did you get it? How much was it? You want to share information?
Yes, my paycheck so far has been me being alive.
Obrafour is dodging my question. I know. Obrafour, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And live long and do more exploits.
Amen.
That's it. That's the man who's credited with the only or first ever rap gospel in Ghana.